Hey out there, video world. It's Cappy and Peter, and it's Thursday. Say hey, Peter.
Hi, everybody.
So here we are again, watching what's new in the shop, and phew, we made it through Christmas. We made it through the New Year.
Made it through the snowstorm.
Made it through the snowstorm. Yeah, the 2 inches of snow that they call a snowstorm. Which
we made it through the rainstorm.
the rain. Yeah, thank God it's rain. Oh, if it had been snow, we wouldn't be filming today. And the big sale, holy moly.
Oh my gosh, all those people.
I know. We're still feeling it. We're still recovering.
That was awesome.
It was the best. It was the absolute funnest. So.
Oh, and guess what I just enjoyed?
What'd you enjoy?
Well, I enjoyed a bite of Marianne Yednick's little treat she brought in yesterday.
She did. We love the customers that bring us food. We're shameless.
Several of us in the back room, I think, had a second serving already.
Well,
not gonna mention names.
Okay, you can speak for yourself. I don't know. Maybe Lisa has this morning, but yeah, we love when you guys bring us treats. So.
You had some. What'd you think of it?
I had a bite. It was perfect. I'm trying not to eat things that taste as good as that, but it's really good.
I don't know how she got all that flavor in there.
Very good, Marianne. Thanks for sharing. So, but let's talk about what the other things coming in the store. We've got some other fun stuff. This book just came in, and I just want to feature it because I love it. It's a Moda All-Stars book, and this has 14 patterns in it, I think. 14 exclusive quilt patterns, it says, and they're classic, tried and true blocks like churn dash, log cabin, sawtooth stars, and there's even some new ones in there too. But what a great book that has, and let me show you the back because there's some really good pictures back here. Look back here.
Why am I just now seeing this?
I know. Well, it just came in.
Oh, that's why I haven't seen it.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm excited already because I see 3 quilts that I want to make.
Exactly. And there's 14 quilts in one book.
That is stunning.
Let's do the math. That's basically 14 patterns, and it's like $27. I'm buying the book for that price. Lots of good information. There's a fun. Look at this one. Look how fun that quilt is. Looky there.
Wow.
That's that modified resin plate. This is Barb and Mary from me and my sister's designs.
I have that fabric in my stash.
It's a great quilt.
Left over from that other quilt I made.
And you know, they're the queens of the pre-cuts, so this would probably be a quick and easy quilt, I feel sure, to cut. So anyway, I just want to feature that book and talk about, you know, what a great book this is, what a great pattern. Moda Company is the best. Lisa Alexander compiled this book. She's a great job as their sales marketing manager kind of gal, and she's also a great designer of her own right. So you know this is going to be a really good quality book. If you're looking for something to add to your collection, I would definitely put this in there because it'd be a great reference. The other thing is, if you got somebody you're buying a Valentine's Day gift to, what a perfect Valentine's Day gift. Put a big red bow on it. Happy Valentine's Day.
I haven't picked out my Valentine's Day gift yet.
Well, maybe,
for myself.
Should we tell
to
Kathy?
Buy. No, for me to buy for myself.
Well, Kathy.
Because everybody needs to love their self.
Well, you do love yourself. That's true. That's true.
Self-love, guys.
Or I could send Kathy a little text and say, hey, this is what Peter wants for Valentine's Day.
No, I think I'll just go over to the Big Lots, get a box of chocolate, and wrap it around that with some of Nancy's twine,
yeah, exactly.
And then put it on my desk.
Good idea. Good idea. So lots of books here to choose
Why do we
from.
have so many, Cappy?
Well, because our owner is a frustrated librarian, and I think if she could have a bookstore, that's probably the next thing she would own after that.
And we rotate these out, don't we?
We do.
Aren't we keeping them fresh?
We try to keep them fresh. Typically what we do is we order in one book, and then if we, as a staff, vote it as a good book, then we buy it. So we don't always get one right away. Some of these books, like this book, we have carried and sold again and again and again and again and again and again, because everybody comes in and says, I want to make a t-shirt quilt. I have never made a t-shirt quilt.
That's nice.
And I want to make one. Well, here, let me just tell you the secret. T-shirt quilts are not the place to start if you've never made a quilt. There's some techniques to them. There's some tricks. There's some things you need to do to make them turn out. They're not easy. They're not inexpensive. But man, there are some great patterns in this, and she shows you all the little secrets to make it work.
Neat.
See, look at those. I love that. So, some of the books are repeated. You know, we will get them again and again.
If it's a classic.
It's a classic. The K Facet books, Quilts by the Sea, these are the ones that... these are coffee table books.
That's the ones you collect, don't you?
I do.
You have those you get every time it comes out?
Every time it comes out, I get this book.
Because of the artwork.
It's stunning.
Wow.
If I'm having a sad day, I'll sit and look at this, and it makes me feel good because it's just Look at that. Look at the color. Oh my gosh, can that not just make you feel better? It's purple. It's even your color.
It is my color. Jen, are you watching? Look, Jen.
I love this. That big flower. I mean, he's just so creative. His quilts are not hard patterns. You hear Kay Fassett and you think complicated. It's not. He works with style and color to make things stunning. I know.
That is awesome.
And it's all in the way he cuts it and puts it together. So, and
you
then
met
in the
him,
back,
haven't you?
Yes, I've got pictures with him. But yeah, so here's the patterns in the back.
Wow.
There's Kay himself. Look at the.
I feel like this is a Kathy book, the Kathy in the sewing department.
Probably she would like
this
it.
book.
I own that.
Do you own
own
that
it?
one?
I love it.
She
I
has
knew
it
it.
too.
Next quote is add that in there.
His patterns are so good because they're simple, they're basic, they're not complicated patterns. What he does is uses the fabric design to make it look intense and complicated. So, great book. Zaka. Oh, I'm in love. So when I was at Houston Quilt Market, I sat next to a
you got
lady.
to meet.
Yes, sat next to a lady who has this business, and these are adorable too. These are lots of little projects to have in your house. Again, she's offering you some great tips on how to do things. And look at this little embroidery hoop. The embroidery is huge, and it's dimensional embroidery. So you've got a dimensional flower there that's done with hand bouquet embroidery, she's calling it.
I'm gonna need Jamie to show me how to do that.
Yeah, we need
Jamie
Jamie.
Gaetano's
Jamie Gaetano is our gal for that.
our
Look at these
embroidery
little
teacher.
potpourri holders that are little houses.
Wait.
See,
Those
look.
are in potpourri holders?
They're potpourri holders.
And we
See,
sell the
look.
lavender?
And we sell
and
the
I
lavender.
did not know we had those.
Isn't that fun?
Because you know how much I love my lavender. I love
know.
lavender.
And when we bag it up, the whole back room smells like lavender. It's great. So anyway, that's another Zaka home. I love those books.
So why do we have a table and chairs over there? What are those
So-
for?
Well, you can come in and get a book and sit and look at it and figure out if you want to buy it or not. Because sometimes I have to look at a book for a while before I'm really ready to dive in and purchase it.
And if I come into the store, can I help myself to our coffee bar?
You sure can. It's around the corner down the hallway, so look for that.
Can I tell you a secret?
What's that?
Do you know why this was my favorite place to come 10 years ago? Do you know why?
Because of the coffee bar.
Because you had the coffee bar. Because I could make my tea.
Yes.
Because I love drinking tea. I can
You
make
do.
my
You're a tea
tea,
drinker.
go sit in that big couch, that big comfy couch, and I would sit
Yes.
there and knit for like hours, like 2 hours.
You would, I know. And then you hung around long enough. We finally just had to hire you. That's how it works. You hang around long enough, we hire you.
Yeah.
I was thinking there's a whole nother rack of
Yep,
books
let's
over
go.
here,
Let's go.
and there's some good ones here.
Let's do it.
These 3-yard quilts. Holy moly! If you've not made a 3-yard quilt yet, you need to make a 3-yard quilt. They're super easy.
Can I tell you, I remember when we started with just one of these books.
Right.
And I mean, it took off.
It did take off, and what's nice about them is they're quick, they're easy, and she also will give you the dimensions. So if you want to make it a crib or a lap size, you're like, oh no, I need it to be queen or king or however big you want it. She has really great instructions on how to make it bigger. And then I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my turning 10, turning 20 books. I love this book. This is, if you have a brand new quilter who's never quilted before, this is to start right here. Pick this one. That's a great one. So lots of books. Come see our books.
So going back to the turning,
Turning 10.
yeah,
Good.
that
Called
one.
Turning 20, but this was
Okay,
Turning 10.
the turning 10 book one. So so say I have
See, look at that.
a daughter or a son, and they want to get into sewing maybe. So I come in, I get this book. What fabric should I get to go with the book?
This works with fat quarters.
Uh-huh.
So the nice thing about this is you can get a whole line of fat quarters, and you can buy them at the per yard price instead of the per fat quarter price. So that's a real good deal. I'd go to clearance. Honestly, if I was working with kids and getting used to it, I'd let them go back there. And here's the other thing. Let them choose. Let them choose. We had a grandma in here the other day with her grandkids, and they were picking fabric for pillowcases. And they were picking the main part of the pillowcase and the cuff of the pillowcase. And grandma's like, oh, no. Those don't go together. You need to do this and this and this. And the kids had these kind of funky things they wanted to put together. Let them learn it. Let them pick that and figure out what they like. And actually what the kids picked out was lovely. But grandma had this vision of, pillow ticking, I think, that she wanted to do. But it still... It's a great place to express their creativity. It's the story of the kid that colors the purple tree, so you can have a purple tree.
So sometimes it's not even about making it, because I think a lot of us as quilters ourselves, one of our favorite things about coming to the store is getting to look and choose and pick things out. We'll spend as much, if not more time looking at the stuff than making the stuff. So
Right.
sometimes it's the journey, not the finished product.
It is, especially with this. It's a creative field. And I think when you look at the stuff that Kaif and Tula Pink and some of those original designers that came in, they were like Picasso in the art field. They really put quilting on its edge. Mark Lipinski comes to mind. He's not been active in the industry for a little while, but he really put quilting industry on edge as far as design stuff. And so let those kids be outside the box. Give them a pattern to start with to learn the basics, but when they start picking their colors and stuff, let them experience whatever they want. 'Cause
Nice.
we want them to grow. We want to see how they develop. It's like painting with fabric. That's the same thing. You wouldn't
Yeah.
tell them how to paint a picture and what colors to use in a picture. Let them paint their fabric the way they want. Because we've honestly seen things come in here. We're like, oh, I don't know how that's going to turn out, and then they put it together and it's stunning. So let them do their thing, because you'll find out it's probably the best. So, okay, that's enough about books, patterns. We're going to go up front. We got people showing up for class.
I wonder where Julie ran off with that beautiful quilt top.
I don't know. We'll have to find her. Let's
Okay.
see what we can find.
Okay. Hey, Julie,
Yes.
do you have that quilt top up there?
Yeah. Let's show it to her.
I want to show the internet it. That didn't sound like a good
Internet
set.
it.
I
I
want
wanna
to
show it.
internet it
I want to internet it. He wants to show it on the What's New video.
on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, Julie. Let's see what you made.
I love it. What pattern is that?
It's a 3-yard quilt.
3-yard quilt. There you go. We were
And
just
is that
talking
a
about those
single
books.
cut in the center?
Yes.
Oh,
See, and that way you don't
wow.
lose those large prints. Those large prints you lose when you cut them up into little pieces.
And what fabric did you use for the center? Or what line is
It's
this?
that Rouville.
Rouville, nice.
I recognize it.
Oh, so pretty. It makes me so happy. Oh, and then the backing's right here, you guys.
Oh, she's putting a little minky on it. That'll be perfect.
I think that's gonna go so good.
Who's this for?
Friends of ours, his son is having twin boys.
Oh, bless his heart. He's going to need
So, yeah.
another one.
Well, there's two. There's another one, just like
Just like
that,
that
at my
one.
house.
Okay. So we got two of the same. Well,
We
that's-
need touch-a-vision, Cappy.
I know.
That's that
You're
minky.
supposed to working on it. You're supposed to be working on Tech-A-Vision. I don't know why you haven't got it done yet. Okay. Other thing that happened was we had demo day. And so Peter's going to plug in a little bit of a video about that because we had Dawn here doing demo day. So you need to see all about demo day and how much fun that is. You guys need to start planning. Put it on your calendar Friday afternoons. As far as we know, we're going to do it for a little while. But Dawn will talk about it here. Okay, here we are.
Yep.
It's exciting.
It's demo day.
It's demo day.
Friday.
It's Friday. We're filming
Yes.
on Friday. This will show Thursday of next week, which is the day before the next one, which is so confusing.
You'll see it when you see it.
You'll see it when you see it. But this is Dawn Cornell. If you
Hi.
guys haven't met Dawn before, this is Dawn Cornell. We are so lucky to have her on our staff here. And she's going to start doing demo days. She made the most adorable little sign.
Oh, I love it.
Demo day Fridays.
It's going to be something different every Friday. We're going to try it every Friday, and if my brain gets fried, we may have to go to every other Friday. But today I'm showing the Chenille Tool. It's this tool right here, and it's pretty awesome. It has a rotary cutting blade inside it, and then it has these 4 sides, and each side is a different size depending upon how dense you want your chenille to be. That's what makes you decide what size to use. We're using the medium. You can see there's little mark. I don't know if you can really see it or not, but here, that little S right there, can you see that? We're using the M side, and what we're doing is we're sandwiching together 3 pieces of 9.5-inch square onto a 10.5-inch square, and we're just sandwiching them like a little quilt. I'd never seen these until today. I tell you what, I'm going home with a set of these if they're yeah. I love these. I don't
I've
quilt.
wondered about 'em.
I've never quilted.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of like quilting, but not really. But for a small little thing, they are so sharp and they just close so easy. I love these. So anyway, the instructions say to draw a line from corner to corner and then 3/8 of an inch all the way across. Well, I eliminated that step, but if you wanted to, you could use a chalk pencil and go ahead and draw that on. But what I do, let me just show you what I do.
You and your tape.
I know. I love this blue tape. And I'm just going to take my blue tape.
Every sewing room should have one.
Oh, every sewing room should have all the widths. This, I don't know, is a 3/8 of an inch or 3/4 of an inch or whatever it is. So anyway, and then you got to have your walking foot. And it just so happens that my walking foot is 3/8 of an inch from the needle over to the side. So how lucky am I? So some of the big fancier machines have wider ones, but you know, check it out. Check what size yours is. So I'm just going to run my walking foot right along the edge. I'm not really sewing on the tape. I'm just using the tape as my guideline so I don't have to draw the lines on. And there you go. And then you take your tape off and you'll have a sewing line. And then you're just going to start sewing 3/8 of an inch over, 3/8 of an inch all the way across, and then come back and do it all the way across this way. And when you get that done, this is what it looks like. And when you put them together, what you want to do is, instead of making the lines go the same way, you want to turn it so that they go the opposite way. See how these lines are going that way and these lines are going that way? You put them together, back to back, and you chenille them. Where'd my cheniller go? Here it is. So like I said, we put it on the medium, and it's got the blade in there, and the blade's uncovered. It's not uncovered on these other spots, just there. And watch this. This is so fun. You'll want to do these for the neighbor, for the neighbor's neighbor, for the neighbor's dog. These are so fun to do because it's just whoop, and all 3 of those layers get cut, and they're on the bias so that when you take your brush, you can brush it up and it chenilles it.
Chenilles it.
Look at that. Isn't that awesome how that does it? And then when you wash it, when you put the 2 together and you wash it, it makes it really dense. If we had feel-o-vision, you know those.
Gotta have that feel-o-vision.
You know those bowl cozies everybody's making.
Yeah.
Hey, we need one for a plate.
A plate. I love it.
It's flat for a plate.
That's nice.
So you eat your plate of
Okay, let's do the feel-o-vision for them.
Yeah, feel-o-vision. Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
So like
Isn't that awesome?
if I'm eating on the couch, I don't have to worry about it being too hot.
Right,
I got
on your lap or your hands.
My special
and then if you
chenille.
take panels and you put several panels together, this is 3 panels.
Oh.
And all you
my
do
horse
is
panel.
you line them up.
Yes.
Yeah, you line them up. You sew them the same way. Use your tape as your starting point. Now I didn't go from corner to corner because this is an rectangular piece. So I just went from one corner on a 45-degree angle.
45.
And put my tape, and then I just started doing the lines just like I did this other one. It's really best to use a fabric that is printed the same on both sides. So like a flannel, a brushed cotton, a brushed homespun. And we just got in this new stuff. This is some flannel that is printed. That is woven on both sides. It is scrumptious. That's what I made this out of. So that's what this fabric looks like when it's chenilled up. Isn't that fun?
That's awesome.
And then, so after I did that, I am all over the place here. After you get your 2 pieces done, okay, put them together back to back. You want the lines to go different ways. And you've cut all these. All these are cut. What you're going to do is you're going to make a seam around all 4 sides about 3 to 4 times. And then you're going to go in and you're going to clip this larger piece. And when we do that, we want to use something that's spring-loaded because we don't want our hands to get tired. I love this. This is only 2 pieces of fabric. But if I'm going to make one of those rag quilts that takes I think you're clipping 8 or however many layers of fabric, this is the bee's knees to have for that. So, once you get all that clipped, I wanted to show you, this one hasn't been done that way. It was just cut off and they were all the same. So look at the difference at the edge and then look at the difference of this edge. So see, by doing that extra large piece on the inside, you get this fuzzy edge. Isn't that yummy? I love that. This is done, I think, with denim. All kinds of stuff in there. I think they just threw everything but the kitchen sink in there. But anyway, that makes a nice one too. But that secret is to make that one piece bigger so that you can have a chenille on the edge. Isn't that fun?
That's awesome.
Here's the pattern. Let me show you the pattern. My friend Doug Lico
Hi, Doug.
designed this pattern, chenille hot pad.
Thanks, Doug.
And this is, of course, by Olfa. I love these pins. Yumminess. The brush, the chenille brush. It doesn't take a lot of tools, and I tell you what, you should just make these for everybody that you know. They will love them. Love them. So, when you come and watch Dawn's demo, watch this. I'm going to give this customer right here, because she watched my demo, some demo dollars.
Demo
That
dollars.
she can spend today. If she makes a $25 purchase, we'll take $5 off of her bill, because she stood and watched me. So isn't that
Awesome.
yumminess?
I love
so
it.
another good reason to come to Always in Stitches in Noblesville. That's what I say.
Thank you, Dawn.
So that's what's new.
That's
for
what's
me.
new. That's what's new from Dawn. So this is it. Friday. We're going to do it every Friday until her brain runs out.
Yeah. So today's
Dawn
the
is-
last day. No, I'm just kidding.
Dawn is brilliant. She's forgotten more than most of us know, so it's going to be a really good series. I want you guys to come. And you don't have to come at a specific time.
1 to 4.
Anytime.
I'll be here from 1 to 4, sitting right here.
Sitting right there at that little table, showing you some fun things, and have all the supplies if you want to make that particular thing. And I'm loving seeing these things, how to use them, because who knew?
Yeah,
I didn't know what
they're
any of
just
those
showing
things were
the
for.
Oh, these, I love these, Kathy.
Yeah, I'm like-
How long have we had these that I didn't know about them?
but
But I'm not a quilter, so I would have had no reason to get them.
You're not a
But
quilter.
I'm thinking I can quilt straight line quilting, you know,
Right,
on a
yeah.
little hot pad,
This is
for
what-
heaven's sakes.
I gotcha.
But these are
They don't
so-
hurt.
No,
They don't hurt you.
no, and they're so sharp.
Oh, they are sharper.
Well, this is going through 4 pieces of fabric.
Yeah, and it
just glides
through it, yeah.
Look at that. Look.
Good move, Clover.
Those are great for pen basting.
There'd
Yeah.
be a lot of things those
Yeah,
would come hand in hand.
because when you're sewing, you have to take them out as you bump up against them. And look
Right.
at that, how easy. You don't even have to close them. You could just leave them like that on something this little. But
Very cool.
basting a big quilt, that'd be a breeze, because do you know how hard safety pins are to open and close?
They are
Yeah.
hard to open.
But let me give you a little tip on safety pins, and these pins too. When you get a pair of shoes and they come with that little pack, you know, that dry.
Oh, that silicone thing?
Yeah, one of these. Keep it in with your pins, your straight pins and your safety pins, because it'll keep the moisture out of them and they won't rust.
Oh, that's a good tip.
I love that.
Okay, what's that worth, Peter?
That is worth the price of admission.
Bada bing.
Exactly.
So I have a question.
Okay.
So if I want to come in, but I want to come into every single demo on Friday, am I restricted on the number of demos I can come see on a Friday?
no.
So I
Please
can
come
come
and
every
visit.
Friday and I can get my
Come and visit
dollar,
every Friday.
my $5 and go shopping.
Get your $5 and go shop, but you have to stand and listen to me.
That's not hard.
Yeah.
That's not hard at all.
Well, I always wanted to meet you, Dawn.
Okay, I'm glad you did.
Wonderful. Good talking to you.
Thanks. Good talking to you.
There's a class coming in 2024 that I'm going to be teaching where we actually use it's called Cappy's Block Party, Third Saturday Block Party, and I chose to use this fabric because I'm making the sample for that class. And so there's 20 blocks here, so we may just have to do a fan through of those. Okay, I'm giggling because they're coming in from the snow and they're all bundled up in the rain.
Let me say hi.
couldn't
Say hi to
recognize
YouTube.
Say hi to YouTube. I couldn't recognize y'all bundled up.
Hello.
It's so nasty out there.
We're in the middle of a tsunami, you guys.
We are in a tsunami. It feels like
It's
that.
raining heavy.
So anyway, these blocks are made out of this line, and I'll just lay them down, and let's just do a fan through them. How's that? What do you think?
Okay, let's fan through them.
Let's fan through them, because there's so many. There's 20 here, and they're all different. And one of the things is it too
Ooh.
enough lighting? I know Peter's got a.
Oh wait, is that little bun in the
that's a
center?
bun in the center.
He's so cute.
Isn't he cute? So what I've learned
Oh my gosh.
is since I've started English
I
paper
love that
piecing.
background fabric. I'd be so intimidated to put that into a block, but when you peel away and look back at it like this, it just
Yeah.
pops.
It's beautiful, I think. So because I've got interested in English paper piecing, I've found that when I cut my pieces now for blocks, I have a tendency to really be aware of how the blocks come together and how everything is positioned correctly. So see the little birds here are pointing in the right direction. Same thing goes down here. When I cut that block, I specifically did it.
And did you salvage their faces?
Yes.
So
they would come out
directional?
Directional. So it takes a little more thought, but it's so much more rewarding to have a block turn out with the things featured in it that I want to see featured in it. With the flower popping up. And see, these tulips are going the right direction.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
And then these little flowers
So you have
popping.
these facing that way and that facing that way.
And these are all in the center of each
And the
block.
little birdies are in the center. I think William Morris will be very proud of you.
I hope so.
Thank you, William.
Thank you, William. So I made 2 of those the same. A lot of these blocks, you have to make 2 a month of each block. And so rather than make everyone the same, like this is the same block, but look how different they look.
Why do they look so different?
Different fabrics,
Oh.
but same block. So again, I'm just trying to maximize the design of this fabric with the little critters and creatures that are showing in it. You got to have your contrasting pieces.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that lovely?
I could do a whole quilt with just those fabrics in that block.
Wouldn't that be pretty? It's my tones. It's the teams.
Man.
But see, your swirls all go like this. They're all going the same way. And then you got this little
Oh, you branched them out.
top. Yep. So,
Did you use that new lighted ruler we got?
I did not. I just had a ruler that I used. Look at these guys are facing.
Because we didn't
each
have
other.
the ruler when you
We
were
didn't have the
making
ruler
this.
when we were making it.
That's awesome.
I love the navy.
I
See?
love that light blue, what it does against those other darker colors.
It really pops. And then here's the little bird in the center, and then there's the big
Oh my
birds.
gosh,
looking
look
in
at that
her.
little bird. It's like little baby bird, and all the mama birds are like, checking in with it.
Yeah. These were absolutely fun blocks. But again,
Look. Big strawberry, big bird, baby bird, baby strawberries.
Yep. And see there again, same block. Look at how
Wow.
different these 2 blocks look, even though they're
That's-
exactly the same.
Could you say that's a night and day difference?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, very different. And then here we go again. Centering the
Gosh.
birds out.
I am loving all these different blocks you
I
get to
know.
make.
And I wanted this to look scrappy, even though it came out of a whole line. So it's really, that I centered up just so it would be right in the center of the block. Here we got birds again facing. It was a repetitive fabric, so it made it kind of easy. This time they're looking in. Looking out, looking in. More birds. And we got these little tulips pointing into the center on this one. And then here we go again with this.
That red's awesome.
Isn't that pretty?
I like this
This
fabric.
big floor, like a fleur-de-lis in it. So these are all going to go into that block. This is made out of this fabric line. And so we have bundles, fat quarter
What?
bundles. Right. So you buy your fat quarter bundle and sort your lights from your darks from your mediums. And when you're putting your blocks together, it's like, okay, when I'm making this block, I needed a darker one here, I need a medium here, and a darker one here, and kind of a medium one here. This is my light. So it helps me when I buy a fat quarter bundle have the entire collection to work with. So there you go. Be watching because we are going to offer it along.
Ooh, I love a stitch along.
Yeah, I think that'll be fun because we want everybody to get to play.
Hey, will this be the first stitch along of the year?
Yeah, once I get it figured out.
When you get it figured out.
Get it organized and get it on
Well, you know
trend.
what? It takes a lot of time to plan and prepare these things.
It
They're
does.
just not easy.
They don't just happen overnight. We don't
And
just-
sometimes, you can't just pick anything for a stitch along.
No.
Like it needs to be stitch along worthy, especially for our Always in Stitches guests.
That's right. We try to make everybody get the best experience they can get. So, Now, enough of that. That's this fabric, but I just wanted to see how you can use the whole
That
fabric.
was such a treat.
Yeah.
Like,
fun.
you know what my favorite thing is? Do you remember one? Okay, I remember one of our first videos that was my absolute favorite.
Oh gosh,
And
that's 300.
for those-
over 300 videos ago.
Okay, for those of you that have stuck with us for 300 videos, do you guys remember Nancy's Farm Girl Vintage, where we did the little blocks and she had it in the pizza box and I made the pizza
Yes.
joke and we were sitting in the
Yes.
back room and we were just peeling through that was my favorite video. I love block reveals.
That was a really good one.
Love them.
All right, there's some fabric I want to look at over here. I'm going to set these down and we'll be back to look at some more fabric. Hold on a minute. Fun. Yep, okay, we're up here, kind of in the corner of, as you walk in the doors to the left, if you're looking today. It'll move. It'll move. This line is called Gardenia. And we got it in, I don't know, a little while ago. And there was a back order on the jersey knit. So we have a
What?
jersey. This is a jersey knit
Oh,
fabric.
wow.
You know what? I
Oh
just
my
got a pattern I
gosh.
might have to make into a dress.
A jersey knit dress with pockets.
Wouldn't that be fabulous? So we don't get a lot of garment fabric in just because we really kind of are a quilt store, but some of you are asking for garment fabric. And one of our customers posted a picture of a garment that she made on our What's New, or on our Always in Stitches Insiders page.
Yes.
This was the pattern. So Nancy, because she and I both were like, oh, we gotta have it.
Thanks, Nancy.
Yeah, thanks. Ran to Hobby Lobby, got patterns for her and for me. And
But not me.
But not, yeah, well.
For
sorry.
obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons. But you know, even this dress, look how fun that would be in that pattern. With that for the bottom.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Do the bodice in one of these and that in the bottom. Wouldn't
Oh,
that be
yeah.
cute? Or maybe you do the jersey for the bodice and this for the bottom. I don't know. Anyway, we don't carry a lot of garment patterns. We have a few, but our go-to is Hobby Lobby, honestly, to get
Yeah.
garment patterns because they're the closest, most reasonable place to get them. We do carry a few garment patterns, but not a lot. So, anyway, this line, I think I see a dress in my future. Very quickly,
Well, keep us up to date. Keep us posted.
Keep you up to date. And then there's another one called Malange, which I think is over here that I want to show you. The
Okay,
Stoff
let me-
Company. Solids are kind of the basics for your quilting. No matter how many prints you use, you need to have some solids to balance that quilt. Unless you just like it really wild, then you don't have to. But really, most quilts are going to be a little more attractive if they have a point where your eye can rest a little bit. So we're looking at some new solid lines. We put a bunch of our solids in clearance along with a bunch of our cuddles. So the clearance room is restocked after our big sale. And so we are auditioning some new solids to add to our solid collection choices. And this is from the Stoff Company, which is Jaftex, Blank. There's lots of different companies kind of that go with it, but I think this is going to be under Stoff, S-T-O-F. And this is called Malange, M-E-L-A-N-G-E. And it's just this nice, first of all, good quality fabric, which I'm really loving in a solid. And solids are usually a little lesser priced, so sometimes they tend to be the fabric quality maybe is not always perfect, like quilting quality, but these colors are just yummy. I think a fat quarter bundle in this collection would be great to add to your stash because whenever you're working on a project, you always need that little bit of just solid color for something. This is a good range. More are coming, so this is just the beginning of this particular line. We've got some things to go with this line as well as some fun additions going to come to this. If it does well in the store, we might carry a little bit more of it. We're just watching to see what you as consumers purchase. If you like it, we may buy more colors of it. I think it's a great, it's just got a great texture to it, visual texture, and it's also got a good hand to it. It feels really good to the touch. So this blue, you can't have enough blue.
No, and why are there so many different shades of it too?
There are, but this, because it's tonal, because it has kind of a dark and a light and a medium in it, and that's the way all these are. I can see these really blending with more than just one color because of the tonal depth of it. So if you're looking for some fun solids, I would recommend those for sure. Don't want to miss that. Okay. And
We'll cut you a fat quarter bundle of these, you guys.
that quarter bundle would be good.
Just call our orders. Call Deborah and orders.
So classes, let's just finish up what we got to talk about. Classes, we've added another cross-stitch class. Our Saturday class was always sold out, and we had people disappointed because they couldn't get in. So we've added a third Friday cross-stitch group from 10:30 to 4.
Wow.
Tammy Blaylock's going to be the moderator for that class. And it's on the website if you want to sign up. Get on there and sign up. I will tell you, don't wait. We have a retreat scheduled for May of 2024. And as of this filming, there are 4 spots left. We sold over 4. And it's been 10 days.
Okay,
and it's almost sold out.
Let's see if Peter can do the math. I'm going to do
Right.
Peter math real quick.
Peter math, okay.
Okay, so
Take your
you
shoes
sent
off.
out an email.
So you have your toes to help you
Exactly. I might have to take off your shoes too.
Yeah,
so
really.
we sent out an
Everybody
email.
come over. Take off your shoes. We're going to count.
Well, we need that many toes too.
We would.
We sent out an email on, I don't know, Saturday that we were going to release it on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we came in on Monday. Oh, gotta get you in the focus box.
Oh,
we
that's
came in on Monday, and I think we had sold 35 seats.
35, yeah, I think
If
it was
I remember
35 by
correctly.
Monday.
And that left us like 40 some.
45.
45. Okay.
Yeah.
So then Tuesday hits, and you're like, "Oh, Peter, we got all these seats left. What are we going to do? We got to put this as an event on
Facebook.
Facebook." Okay, so I put an event on Facebook, and what day was that? Was that like?
It was Monday.
Was it Monday?
It was yesterday.
Okay. And
Or
then
maybe it was last Monday.
I think it was last
a week ago, Monday.
Thursday or last Tuesday.
Could be.
Yeah. So then we sold out, and then we were left with how many? 10,
10 or
15?
15. We had 15 yesterday, I know. We had about 15 when we started
Okay,
today.
so then I checked all the comments on Facebook, and everybody's like, I can't find the link, or
Yeah.
do you still have class? Do you still have that coming up? And so I answered all the questions, and then we went from 15 to what? 3?
4.
4 today.
4 today.
Wow.
So by the time this video airs, it may be sold out. But
That's awesome.
it labors the point that we sell out of our classes and events. So if you're looking and you think, I might want to do that, check your calendar. If your calendar's free, do it and sign up, because if you come back even a week later, it may be gone. And that's just because we have such great teachers. We have such great opportunities for you guys to come and learn and do things. So,
Oh, speaking of this email, because you sent that out in the email.
I did. And
How do
that's-
people get on the email list, Cappy?
Great prompt. Yes, good idea. So our email is a newsletter that goes out once a week, usually Saturday afternoons and Saturday evening. Sometimes I don't send out one just because my life gets busy. But for the most part, every Saturday afternoon, evening, we send out a newsletter email that has everything that's coming in the short door. And lots of good stuff about classes, our charitable events that are coming up, just anything you need to know about what's happening, sales, things like that, are in that newsletter. So what you have to do is go to our webpage, and on the very home page, scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's a thing, I'd like to sign up for the email. You click on that, and it types you type your information in, and then you get your email. Just because you've shopped here and we have your email in our register system will not mean you get our emails. They're 2 separate systems. Because you have to choose to want to receive an email, you have to go and actually sign up for it. I can't just automatically enlist you in that. So if you want to get our emails, please do that, because it really does help you answer all those questions that you call and ask us.
Yeah. When's the next block of the month?
Right,
Or
yeah.
when's the next retreat? Or
Right.
what classes are you going to have? Or when can I sign up for those classes?
What are your
or
hours?
What special guests are you having coming in?
We're working on some stuff for 2025, if you can imagine. But that is the best way to find things. The other way to really be in the loop is our Always in Stitches Insiders Facebook page. Now, that's a group. It's a private group that you have to join. So you go and look up Always in Stitches Insiders page group, and we will ask to join, and then when we see your name, then we put you
Hi, Kathy.
into it. Photo
Fashion
bomb.
show.
Fashion show. So that's how you get to get even more information. So if you follow us on YouTube, you get our newsletter, and you do Facebook, any one of those will give you access. The best way is really to do all three, because sometimes I will put something one place before I put it another, just to try and give everybody an opportunity to feel like they have an equal footing in, oh, I got the information before somebody else. Well, sometimes I put it on Insider's page for Facebook, sometimes we put it in our videos, and sometimes we put it in our email. So if you want to know everything that's going on, you got to get all the social media hooked up. So don't hesitate to do that, because we really do want to communicate with you. And you can always call the shop and ask, but it's a lot easier to go to our website or use those other things that'll help you find the information. Okay, I think I've been through my list. You've got everything.
Did you get
here.
through the list?
I did. I got through my list.
Checked it twice?
Checked it twice. Got it good.
See which fabric's been naughty or nice?
Yeah, which fabric's been nice. Hadn't a lot of fabric come in yet. Like I said, we're still catching up from the
There
Christmas
must be a
holidays.
class today.
I think there is. I think
Everybody's coming in for, I don't know what class
Kathy
is today.
Zook. Kathy Zook's got a class.
Kathy
so
Zook. Everybody loves Kathy
Everybody
Zook.
loves her
That's a great
classes.
class.
Sell out faster
Yeah.
than we can list it. We've got some trollers who follow her, and as soon as her class comes up, man, they sign up. So
Well, yeah, it's nice when you're a teacher to have your set
homies.
group.
Yep, you got your
That
folks.
just happens. Good teachers, they got their following,
They do.
and
They do. They
Yeah.
want to come and be in her class. So
Yeah.
she's very good about offering classes. But, at the same time, she's got to have a life. So, okay. I regret to inform you that we have reached capacity at the retreat. So consequently, we have no more seats left. I told you had to look fast or else you were going to get sold out. And you did. So the good news is May 2025, the same weekend, we've already scheduled for that event. So put that on your calendar for a year and a half away. So I'm sorry if you missed it, but retreat is being planned and we'll be ready to have it. And I hope you're going. If you're not, we'll see you in 2025. Thank you very much. That ends this news report. Anyway, I hope you're having a great stitchy day wherever you are. We are here. If you've got anything we can help you with, questions or situations with a stitching project, whether it's cross-stitch, needlework, crochet, quilting, your sewing machine's being cranky. We got 2 technicians certified that can work on your sewing machine. We've got a very capable staff who can help you get that machine running right. If you need a class on how to operate it, maybe it's grandma's hand-me-down, or maybe you've never touched that machine, or you bought it from a dealer that doesn't want to help you, come see us. We'll make it work for you. So, Peter, I think we're going to check out. Appreciate everything everybody does in our shop, and I hope you come see us very soon.
bye, y'all.
Happy stitching.